In cooperation with the U.S. Consulate General in Alexandria and with the support of the USAID, Alexandria Business Association organized a conference entitled The Future of Alexandria and Egypt's Northern Coast. The conference attracted the attention to the unexploited natural resources of Alexandria, and it focuses as well on exploiting and effectively using this area's natural resources so as to provide more investment opportunities and advance the region's economic growth rates. The conference's recommendations were driven from 3 workshops identifying the needs of the hotels, restaurants and tourism services, including travel agencies and tourism site developers. It's worth mentioning that a number of officials, the U.S. ambassadors to Cairo, the U.S. Consul General in Alexandria, and experts from all the fields of tourism were attended the conference. And we have this report from our colleague غادة Bsiyonä. The Egyptian embassy in Tripoli is exerting tremendous efforts to excavate hundreds of Egyptian standards in Libya.
Of Egypt, especially in the tourism sector, especially these days, you know.
Well, USAID has a long and distinguished history here assisting the Egyptian people, but over time it's become obvious that we need to refocus the AID program in areas that generate jobs. And those 2 areas we believe that will be the most rapid job creation are in agriculture and tourism. And that's one reason, along with the Alexandria Business Association, that we wanted to co-sponsor this conference in Alexandria. And it also offers huge opportunities for American business to make money.
سألت مسز آن باترسون عن دور المعونة الأمريكية في محاولة إعادة الاقتصاد المصري إلى وضعه الطبيعي، فقالت إن أكيد العلاقات اللي بين مصر وبين أمريكا علاقات متوطدة وأكيد مبنية على الاهتمام المشترك بحاجتين أساسيتين لدعم الاقتصاد، وهما القطاع السياحي والقطاع الزراعي. والفرصة كانت متاحة مع جمعية رجال الأعمال بالإسكندرية لإتاحة فكرة تطوير الساحل الشمالي والاهتمام بالسياحة لخلق فرص عمل جديدة، وبالتالي جذب السائحين وجذب المستثمرين الأمريكان إلى الإسكندرية، وفي نفس الوقت هيعود ذلك للاقتصاد المصري بالنفع أكيد. What was the main thing selecting Alexandria in the North Coast?
Well, we have reopened our consulate in Alexandria after a number of years, and we see enormous commercial potential here for American corporations, as well as to reach out to a segment of the Egyptian population that we had not been sufficiently attentive to in recent years. And we're also extremely impressed with the quality of the business community here in Alexandria, and they'll make excellent partners for American business operating here.
سألتها ايه سبب اختيار مدينة الاسكندرية والساحل الشمالي لتكون مكان لجذب الاستثمارات الامريكية في هذه البقعة من ارض مصر، فقالت ان هو مكان خصب ومكان جميل جدا، يمكن الاستثمارات فيه لم تأخذ القدر المطلوب، ودي كانت فرصة من خلال جمعية رجال الاعمال على الاهتمام بهذه المنطقة اساسا. Yesterday we've been visiting the memorial in Alamein. As a tourist, I'm not going to tell you as an ambassador, what was missing this part in Alexandria or Marsa Matruh, because Alamein is in Matruh, to be a real spot for tourist attraction?
You know, I came away from that. We went up to participate in some of the ceremonies, yeah. But I came back and I told my husband, I said, this area has enormous potential for tourists. Because recently I was looking on the web for a tour in Europe of battlefields for history buffs, history people that are interested.
It's called the black or dark tourism, right?
Yeah, it's not so black. It's also, you know, it's people that are interested in history. And I thought there is enormous potential for people coming off cruise boats to organize tours to that area. I mean, this is very common in the U.S., it's very common in Europe, and it's not just to visit the sites. It's people who can explain how the battle happened and what took place many years ago, because yes, these are very dark events, but they're also hugely important historic events.
But it's facing some problems, especially for the landmines, and it has to be really invested in many other ways.
Yes, of course it has to be invested in many other ways. And in Europe, many of these battlefields confronted many of the same problems. You go to some of these places and nothing grows there after 100 years. But I'm sure that this can be developed properly, and I'm sure that it can be a source of historic interest, but also a source of revenue and employment for people who live in the area.
سألت مسز آن باترسون وقلت لها هسألك كسائحة وليس كسفيرة للولايات المتحدة في الإسكندرية، لأنها كانت امبارح بتزور منطقة العلمين، وأكيد قالت أما رجعت لزوجها قالت إن هذا المكان لابد فعلا إنه يحصل فيه تطوير واستثمار من الناحية التاريخية ومن ناحية جذب الاستثمارات، سواء عن طريق السياحة الترفيهية وأيضا السياحة التاريخية. قلت لها إنه بيطلق على هذا النوع من السياحة السوداء لأنها خاصة بمناطق حروب، ولكنها قالت إن هو ممكن يكون فيها حاجتين. الحاجة الأولانية زيارة هذه المقابر، ثانيا إن يكون في دور تاريخي للناس إنها تعرف الحرب دي يا ترى اتعملت إزاي، وقفت فين، ابتدت إزاي، فتكون زيارة وفي نفس الوقت استمتاع بهذه المناطق.
Well, thank you, غادة, so much. The Egyptian embassy in Tripoli is exerting tremendous efforts to excavate hundreds of Egyptian standards in Libya's Bani Walid city.